Hey guys, Miss Miller here. I'm at the South Pole Station. I'm outside for just a second so that I can show you what this looks like. It is 9 p.m. right now, and as you can see, it looks like it's the middle of the day. It's pretty crazy. But the wind chill is about -33, and I don't have all of my gear on, so I'm gonna head inside the station and give you a little tour. Whew, it is cold out there. We're in this nice insulated area. You can see my friend Ming here is just shutting the big door, and it is already so much warmer. And we're gonna go through the next door here into the actual station. The first room that you see when you walk in is gonna be a coat room. Now we wear our extreme cold weather gear anytime that we're outside, and it's pretty bulky and pretty warm, so once you get inside you really want to take it off and hang it up and be a little bit more comfortable. You can see in this room that there's also a popcorn machine, which comes in handy for the other room right here. Here's the lounge. This is where I got my first training when I arrived at South Pole Station. Some really comfy couches, a projector and some DVDs. Great room to hang out in. And you'll see on this back wall a whole lot of VHSs. I haven't seen those in a while, but you gotta stay entertained somehow here. Coming back out, you'll see that there's this one big main hallway, and then off to the side, off to the right and off to the left here are gonna be kind of arms of the building. And we call those the pods, and there's different rooms in each of those pods. Coming around here, you'll see unfortunately the staircase is closed, so we have to use the one at the other end. But you will see some IceCube stuff over here. For my students, you should recognize this as the DOM, one of the light detectors that normally sits in the ice itself. This is the music room, and it has a lot of musical instruments. You have to remember that the people who winter over here are here for 6 months of total darkness, so they gotta keep themselves busy. We have lots of guitars, even some ukuleles, a drum set over here. Pretty great music room. I heard some people practicing earlier. They were very good. And Ming, you were saying there are a couple live performances?
Yeah. Every week there are 2 live performances. That's what I heard.
Cool. And over here you'll see we have a large gymnasium. Right now a volleyball game is going on in here. You'll notice that those windows up there, they're kind of hard to reach. So they actually keep those windows boarded up with cardboard even during the summer months. But that's especially becomes important during the winter months because there are a few experiments around here that are very light sensitive, so they want to eliminate as much light pollution as possible. Okay, so I'm coming down the main hallway here, and you'll see a lot of different cases. This one in particular is pretty cool. These are all of the markers that used to be outside to mark the South Pole, and they change it every year. And the people who get to design the marker are the ones who winter over. So you can see each year has a different unique design. So over here is the arts and crafts room. This is my sort of place. Couple sewing machines, some beautiful art on the wall. Lots of just different odds and ends, scraps here and there. Let's see what else we can find. Can see a little window here to the outside. It's a lot of cargo out there, and you'll see one of those pods that I was talking about. That's going to actually be one of the dorm pods. This room in here is a quiet room. I think we caught it when no one's in here though. This is the library, also known as the reading room. You can see lots of books to keep those winter overs entertained. Keeps going over here. I hear the travel section gets particularly popular towards the end of the winter season. Everyone looking forward to a little vacation. Got a keyboard with some headphones. Of course, it's the quiet room after all. And a few comfy couches that you can sit on and read. Take you back into one of the berthing areas. We have to be pretty quiet because some people might be sleeping. With 24 hours of sunlight, people work night shifts and day shifts, and so we're sleeping at pretty weird times. On our way in, we have the bathrooms, women's and men's bathrooms here. And behind this door are going to be the dorms. I'll show you mine. Here I am, A4 120. You'll have to excuse the mess. I woke up from a nap not too long ago. But you got a bed, a little desk, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of a small dorm room, but it does the job. Notice that the window is covered with cardboard. Definitely helps when you are trying to sleep, even though it's still sunny out. Back out here in the main hallway. We're going to go to a very, very important room here, the laundry room. Now, here at the South Pole, we want to make sure that we are conserving, especially water. This water, well, it takes energy to melt the ice in order to make the water, and that energy is ultimately coming from jet fuel, which has to be flown in. So we are allowed 1 full load of laundry a week. Next up, we have the greenhouse. I had no idea there was a greenhouse at the South Pole, as it turns out there is. So you have this little sitting area, which is great. You can come here and hang out. It's nice and humid in here, which is a relief from the really, really dry air everywhere else. And in here you'll see tomatoes and kale and lettuce and a whole lot of veggies, which you can imagine makes the winter overs very, very happy. After all, they don't get a shipment of fresh food for the entire winter season, which is a long time to go without fresh food here. Okay, coming back down the main hallway here. On the left here, you're going to see the post office area. This is where I'm going to be mailing all of your postcards that you signed up for. Now, this is the South Pole Post Office branch. It is a U.S. post office, so all of the regular fees apply. So you can go to your post office back in Arlington, Virginia, and get the same stamps that you would here. Here too is the store. I haven't been in the store yet. It's only open specific hours, so I'll have to check that out once it's open. Here there's some really nice sweatshirts in there. Next up, we have a very important room. This is the recycling room. So you can see that there are a lot of different categories to sort your garbage and recycling and plastic containers and electronic scraps, and a lot of sorting goes into this. We want to keep Antarctica nice and clean, and all of the waste, except for human waste, gets shipped off of the continent. So it's really important to make sure that you are recycling and sorting things correctly here. Down here you'll see some lockers. These are mainly for the firemen. You can see some of their clothing on the ground too. This is another berthing pod. Lots of dorms back there. I hear the rooms are a little bigger than mine. I'm a little jealous. Okay guys, so that concludes the tour of the first floor. I'm gonna head on upstairs and show you the second and final floor. You'll notice this weekly events board. Everything from yoga to Bible study to dodgeball to, I believe they just ran a marathon down here. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. But lots of different community activities. Back here is gonna be the galley area. It should be pretty quiet right now, considering it's not really a mealtime at 9 p.m. And they also have snacks and leftovers out regularly, because remember, people work some pretty weird shifts here. You'll notice that there are TV monitors almost everywhere. Those are projecting important information like when the satellite is up, to get internet, as well as things like flight updates or weather forecasts. Very, very important to check those monitors. You'll see outside is a pretty incredible view. That group of flags right there, that's the ceremonial South Pole. Haven't made it out there quite yet, but planning on it. Now the food here is just awesome. The cooks and the assistants, oh man, they do a really, really great job. Tonight I had some mac and cheese. I'm like, this is not Kraft mac and cheese, it is awesome mac and cheese here. Here, I'm still in the galley, but behind the counter in the kitchen part, we're getting a special behind the scenes tour right now. A few different workstations. And perhaps my favorite part is the whiner bell. So if someone's whining back here, they're ringing the bell. Sounds a little embarrassing. I think I might need to get one of those. Always some cookies available. Post the menu for us right up here. It's also on those monitors. The drink buffet, and my favorite part, is that they always have ice cream available with a range of toppings. So that's a pretty good deal. Now it's really important here that we're not wasting food, so you should only be taking exactly what you're going to eat, trying to minimize the waste, because after all food waste needs to be taken off the continent. Over here is the dishwashing area. And then we're coming back to the main hall. Over here is going to be the clinic. You'll notice that there is a doctor and a physician assistant here. And they have open hours that you can walk into the clinic, but you can also make appointments. There's always someone on call. Luckily, I have not needed to go to the clinic quite yet. This wall is pretty special. This wall recognizes the winter overs from each and every year. So you can see that we've been coming to the South Pole for quite a while now. Almost to the end. We're back here at one of, well, the first winter over in 1957. First South Pole winter over team. Pretty incredible. In here we have the computer lab. So in addition to connecting your own device when the satellite's up, you could come in here. Little help room, probably be in there soon. And a few different offices back here. Now one of the satellites is up right now, so there are a few people working in the lab. Okay guys, I'm inside of the science lab here. Over here to the right, you have a lot of different workstations. These are for kind of miscellaneous tasks. A lot of RAs, research associates, will work back here. Coming out into the main area, you'll see kind of three main projects working here. This area right here is the BICEP project. Over here, the people at work. Hi, people at work. They are from the South Pole Telescope project.
As opposed to one way.
And over here is going to be the IceCube section. Hello. Now, BICEP and the South Pole Telescope, they're looking at the cosmic microwave background, and they're learning about the very, very early universe. We're talking like a fraction of the first second of the universe. It's incredible. Let me see if I can get this shot for you. Out the window here. Just in the corner, you can see on the left the South Pole Telescope. Still in the science lab here, coming around to another section. You can see another TV monitor. This one's broadcasting the weather. Looks like right now we're at -13-ish, -14 degrees Fahrenheit, with a wind chill of about -31. It's cold. In this section over here, we have meteorology. The people who actually came up with that weather report and the forecast for the future. Looks like our meteorologist stepped out for a second. There are 3 meteorologists, and there is always a meteorologist on duty. Out here in the main hall, see what else we can find on our tour. Have some awesome artwork here of the aurora, the southern lights. Of course, I won't get to see them. I'm here in the summer, so that means 24 hours of sunlight. You can only see those southern lights in the winter. Over here, we're walking into the area with a lot of offices, as well as the communications department. See a pretty cool original sign. Who the station is named after here. So this is the communications room in here. Got a pretty great view, if I must say so myself. And they keep the station running, make sure that the flights come in and go out on time, and any sort of logistics happens in here. Over here off the main hallway, we have one conference room. This will probably be where I'm sitting when I Skype with you guys, January 19th. There's actually one more conference room over here. Again, a really great size. Lots of different meetings in here. Let me show you this exercise room. They got pretty much everything in here. You can see the exercise room looks out over the gym. Still playing some volleyball down there, it looks like. Out of the gym here, I remember seeing a sauna somewhere in the station. Don't quite remember where. I haven't been in it yet, but it does sound pretty nice. Let me take you outside just for a quick moment for a pretty great view here. Ooh, that is chilly, but the view is pretty awesome. Nice little observation deck out here. Not too much snow on it right now. So again, you can see the South Pole Telescope there. The IceCube lab. Coming over here, we got the airfield. A little windy out right now. Much less windy than McMurdo though. And the cargo area. There we go, that's our station. Nice National Science Foundation flag there. But that's where I'm calling home for the next few weeks. Okay guys, Miss Miller here at the South Pole Station. Hope you enjoyed your tour of the station. This is where I'm going to be living and working for the next about 3 weeks. And I'm a little cold outside, so I think I'm gonna head in and go to bed. It's 9:30, 9:45, even though it doesn't look it. So thanks for following along. See you soon.